Greetings, everybody. How are you guys doing? Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome to see you guys back again. And we're back with another one, of course. And we're going to continue to move flowingly, with a continuous flow. So, of course, what I want to hit you guys with, just, I love to jump straight in. Of course, you can see in the background, I got my little tea. Why not? I got my tea. Yeah. Peppermint tea, by the way. Always great to detoxify yourself after a long day, to start the day off with your tea, to continue your day with the green tea, with peppermint tea, green tea in general. If you need that energize, you need that energy, you need that caffeine, black tea is beautiful for you as well too. Stay away from that high dosage of coffee. You Starbucks people, you Starbucks people are weird to me. Because after a while, some of you are not even mentally nor spiritually on point or balanced to sustain or to even realize that this much caffeine in your system could damage you after a certain period of time, after overly consuming this type of caffeine or this type of coffee, because you guys don't stop at caffeine. You guys get the creamer, you guys gotta have the half milk, half this, and I stick to my tea, stick to my herbs and spices. We're gonna get it rocking like that, of course. So, I wanted to touch on communication. All right, and I've realized over the years I've grown to be a man, and I've grown to be an adult. And I've realized that not a lot of people understand the term or the concept of what is communication. Okay, so I'm doing this as we go, so why not? You know what I mean? Why the hell not? So we look up the word communication right there, right? It'll pop up and say noun, the imparting or exchanging of information or news. This is what I'm doing. I'm exchanging information with you guys and news with you guys to go ahead and provide direct communication to you through viral technology. Okay. Second definition, means of communication between two people or places. Okay. So we got the basics of what communication is. Now let's add on, let's put some add-ons to it. Let's get a little deeper. All right, so how do you deliver your communication? Through dialogue, through language, through the correct terminology to provide to somebody. Some people would go as far as to say, hey, pass me that. What? Yo, pass me that. And that's their way of communicating. And then when you try to explain to them, that's not how you communicate with me, or you communicate to somebody, or that's not how you ask for things to be provided to you. I was communicating with you. What are you talking about? So we have the basic word communication. Okay, so now we're adding on the terminology. What could be terminology? Manners. What could be manners? Respect for the next person. Most people don't have that respect. Most people don't even talk. Most people in relationships currently right now don't even know how to communicate with each other with the correct terminology nor respect for each other. They'll sit there and say, you know what, this is bothering me. I'm going to bring it to their attention. And then they bring it to their attention, and it could be simply as, basic communication. A good communicator would be, hey, baby, look, I'm just asking. And I realize, you've been busy. I've been busy too. But we got to do something about these dishes. These dishes have been, clanging up, clogging up the sink for some time. And, I see you do it. I ain't saying you didn't. You see me do it from time to time. But we got to work a medium here to, expedite this situation, or to just work this out. Because, we want to get past this. We don't like This is in the scene. We're a clean family, etc., etc., etc. That's communication. To me, that's communication, because it's two people coming together to communicate, to either provide information or to reach a common goal. Okay. Nigga, is you gonna do something? What? These dishes been here such and such a day, such and such a time. You ain't doing nothing. You just sitting on your ass all day. Blah 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 blah. Child, work all fucking day. What you talking about? I've been sitting on my ass. What? Who pays the bills? Who pays the water bill? And that's not communication. For a person to do that, they're either triggering the person, they're fed up, they are stressed out themselves, so they lash out. And this is overworked chakras, by the way. Okay? Overwork, not even, I won't even say overworking your chakras. It's just unopened chakras. Because if your chakras are open, your third eye, your crown will tell you and send down the signals through your other chakras to open your heart and use your throat to speak. And if you don't have that courage, it will open up that solar plexus for you to have that confidence to open your heart and speak out the creative ways of your root and sacral chakra in order for you to communicate to that person. Because here's another thing as well too. People are not creative with their communication. People are not that caring about their communication whatsoever. They just blurt it out and expect the other person to understand it. And then when they realize the other person has an attitude, all of a sudden it's a problem. It shouldn't be that way. You should have came correctly. Even if you dislike or like that person, you should always come correct to whoever you're speaking with. It's common, again, basic. It's very basic. It's very basic tools, and it's very common sensual. And yes, I just put that in there. It's very common sensual, okay, for you to go ahead and communicate to somebody correctly. It's not hard. It really isn't, especially to a child. Especially to a child. You communicate the correct and proper way. It's all about how you communicate the proper, correct way. What is hard about that? Nothing whatsoever. Because I guarantee you, if you wasn't face to face with your boss, you wouldn't talk to your boss the way how you talk to your lover or your child or the stranger down the street or your mom and pop or your brother and sister or your aunt and nephew, your uncle, etc., etc., etc. You wouldn't. If you knew how to communicate, you'll communicate the same way. Your words may be a little different, but you'll communicate the same way. If you don't know how to communicate, everything is different. From emotion to the tone to the verbiage to how you move your body when you speak it, especially those people that like to talk with their hands a lot, is different. It's extremely different. It's extremely different. Because you got those people that will communicate to you. The people that don't know how to communicate, they'll communicate to you and come off manipulative. They communicate to you and come off lashing at you. They communicate with you and come off like, this person got a problem with me or something? Like, they ain't got to say it like that. Like, they could have just told me pick that up real quick if you can, please. You know, something, they ain't got to pick that up. Whoa, relax. I ain't do nothing to you. That makes people uneasy. It makes people uncomfortable when people don't know how to communicate the correct way. It makes people think thoughts that's not necessary within their flow of things, within their own reality. And then those thoughts become reality. It gets created after a point in time. Because at some point, you're thinking, does this person have a problem with me? And the person comes back again. Damn, this person just may have a problem with me. And then within the coming months or time or moments, that person confronts you, and then you may confront the person after a while and like, yeah, I got a problem with you. And it's like, for what? For what? What is the purpose? Just talk. Speak. What's so hard about that? We all did English class. We all did language arts. What is so hard about using the correct verbiage and dialogue to communicate to somebody? Even if there's a situation where there's two parents and there's a child, the child may ask, "Hey, Pop, I haven't heard you call in such and such a time, but I know you left a message on somebody on my aunt's phone." And it's like, well, I taught you better when you're with me. I taught you better. Um, why you didn't just call? Because I thought you would call. See, that's miscommunication, but at the same time, to teach the child on how to communicate, if somebody leaves a message, why don't you give that phone call back to the same person, even if it was on another phone? Why you didn't give a phone call back to that person? Now there's miscommunication because that child could be receiving information from someone else that they should not be receiving information from in the first place, to cause more mistrust or to cause more miscommunication between the parent and the father and the child, or the mother and the child, or the parent and the child. You see what I'm saying? So that's a different version of communication right there as well too. But to put it all in general, to keep it all intact, communication is communication, and it should be done correctly, no matter who you're talking to. If you know how to, if you know how to speak, if you know how to articulate, is what they call it, articulate. I don't too much want to say articulate because I'm from the hood. I've seen people in the hood know how to communicate to each other without using the cuss words, without using the slang. It was without saying too much or too little. It was straight up, direct, boom, no tension, no nothing. It was good to go from there. If they could do it, if us from the hood could do it, what's wrong with these people up here that cannot speak a simple word or a simple sentence to you? What is so hard? Sometimes you really gotta sit back and think on it, man. You really gotta sit back and think and be like, man, like, is it that hard to communicate with me? Am I rough around the edges? Is it? Nah, I don't. Huh? It makes you think, and you don't want to go that route. You always want to think the positive and correct thoughts. You always want to think the correct thoughts that will lead you into success, that will lead you into manifestations of beautiful and awesome and great miraculous things, not depressing, angry, tensive BS things. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of flow. Just like the blood, I gotta flow. I gotta flow the right way. I gotta keep flowing. I gotta keep moving. No stagnation in my speech, no movements within my words or actions. I gotta keep moving. Excuse. So that's what I wanted to bring to you guys today. Communication, knowing how to communicate, and another thing I wanted to touch on as well regarding the communication is specifically, man, if someone approaches you and asks you a simple question, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm doing divine. How are you?" "So I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I just wanted to ask a quick question. So, what are you going to do for today at work?" "Well, today I'm just going to um, go ahead and simple stuff. Go ahead and loosen this screw in this door, repair the door. Go ahead and repair the frames, and that'll be it for today." "Okay, great, great, awesome. Once you go ahead and done with that, I know you're gonna go ahead and do a great job. But once you're done, go ahead and help out Tony down the block. He's gonna need a little help just moving a few things, and you can go ahead and get done with your job." "All right, not a problem, man. Thank you. Have a great day. You too." That was simple, right? Hey, I need you. What you got going on for today? I'm gonna go there and repair it. All right, don't worry about all that. Just go ahead and help out Tony and let me know what's good from there. Give me a call, so I'll go ahead and get you done with something else. Okay, so what about what I have to do for today? Because that none of the worry about it. It'll get done. You have plenty of time for today. Okay. Is there a reason you're cutting me off before I speak? Do you have a problem? No, I'm just asking you why you're cutting me off before I can say anything. It's like you're in a rush and you're trying to rush me. Ain't nobody rushing you. Okay, that's not communication. That's not communication at all. That's we all know what that is. That's just an antagonist. You gotta watch out for antagonists. You gotta watch out for narcissists. You gotta watch out for manipulative people because they know how to use their words in such a way to make you feel like this all day, every day. You gotta watch out for it. Gotta watch out for it. But that's my view on communication. Ashe. Peace. You guys be loving. You guys be prosperous. You guys be bountiful and abundant in all things.
Bombing out of foreign, crash my Nazi Holocaust, my bars. So this beast forever feel in prison. I give it charge. Don't be alarmed, it's the one you looking for. He's so king and thunder, bringing chopping nigga with that flow.